Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper. Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream. A passport to the future.
Nothing
and the seed of generational change.
Whatever the difficulties,
through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow.
However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will
Unisa stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning with a footprint of students in 130 countries worldwide in a dark room. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, dream. Unisa can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Since the founding of the university in 1873, as an examining body, through education, a trailblazer on yesterday is the and define tomorrow institution in South Africa to carry our country's name with pride. Unisa stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning with a footprint of students in 130 countries dynamic university rooted in South Africa and the African continent. History spans can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Since the founding of the university in 1873, as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. Unisa is the first and only institution in South Africa to carry our country's name with pride and the first public university in the world to exclusively teach by means of distance education, an ever-changing dynamic university with a global reach. Unisa's history spans the entire modern history of South Africa, opening up a world of academic study opportunities to former activists and struggle heroes, thought leaders, business people, legal experts, acclaimed entertainers, and sports stars. The university takes pride in the more than 900,000 alumni, making their mark in diverse fields and capacities. At Unisa, the World Wide Web is our educational playground, but we also have beautiful and impressive campuses. Unisa's Makelneek campus is located in the city of Tshwane and is a major landmark of the capital city. We encouraged our students to communicate with the university via online platforms, but you can visit the Unisa's Sunnyside campus, the perfect setting for students to engage with fellow students over a cup of inspiration. The Science Campus in Florida, Johannesburg, is designed to meet the education and research needs of students in a range of programs, including agriculture, nature conservation, consumer sciences, engineering, computing, and physics, to name a few. Students in the sciences now have access to Unisa's own laboratories, housing some of the most state-of-the-art infrastructure and laboratory equipment available. Distance learning requires that you study at your own time and in your own space, but that doesn't mean you're on your own. You can also visit a Unisa regional center to get advice, meet other students, make use of Unisa services, have conversations with counselors, and use our academic libraries. We offer an unparalleled range of study choices, ranging from short courses and certificate programs to 3- and 4-year degrees, diplomas, as well as master's and doctoral degrees, with close to 380,000 current students. Our rich tapestry of study disciplines includes the College of Accounting Sciences, Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Economic and Management Sciences, Education, Graduate Studies, Human Sciences, Law, Science, Engineering and Technology, and the Graduate School of Business Leadership, as well as the Thabo Mbeki School of Public and International Affairs. As a comprehensive open-distance e-learning pioneer, Unisa is known for delivering well-designed, interactive study material and integrated student support. Students have access to a menu of support services ranging from face-to-face tutorials and academic literacy services to study groups and e-tutors. One of Unisa's main aims is to harness the new and emerging potential in information and communication technology, catapulting the university into a truly digital future. To this end, examinations are conducted on college-specific exam portals and are accessed from the My Exams portal. Unisa is well placed to address society's most demanding challenges by using research to meaningfully transform the lives of those in our communities. To that end, Unisa is working towards instituting the following catalytic niche areas: marine studies, aviation and aeronautical studies, automotive studies, energy studies, space study and square kilometer array, fourth industrial revolution and digitalization, natural sciences, health studies or medicine, feminist, womanist, Bosadi theorizations, and student support and co-curricular activities. As Africa's leading open-distance e-learning university, Unisa strives to keep up with the constantly evolving higher education landscape in order to serve our students to the best of our ability. We can reflect with great pride on the past 150 years of transformational education.
Jambo, Kai Twas. Now that I have greeted you all, no one can fault me for not touching any of you. Thank you very much, colleagues. My name is Mpine Makwe. I will be your program director for today, and I am co-piloting today's celebrations. I would also like to thank some staff members who have joined us from the regions, the region of Midlands, Polokwane, East London, Cape Town, and of course Ethiopia Regional Learning Center, who are connected to the ceremony through live streaming. Welcome wherever you are. Thank you. We also want to thank Unisa students who will be receiving their Excellence Awards today. The university congratulates you on a magnificent performance of which you can be proud, as we are. We also want to thank Unisa Radio, which is broadcasting from the venue. There are a few housekeeping rules. Please switch your phone to silence. And however, we want to keep your presence in a social media. Keep it alive. We want to be seen trending. This is a special day today. This is the day that we reflect on who we are, and we want those reflections on social media. So colleagues, without any waste of time, I'll call on Professor Mutata, who is our university registrar, to come and welcome you properly. I don't want to start with names and then I miss other names. All I can say is all protocol observed, but since he's a registrar, he knows everyone by name, from the top to the last students who are coming in. So I'm calling the right person to do the work. Over to you, Prof.
Thank you, Prof. Makwe. I'm sure I know the 380,000 students by name. Thanks a lot, Prof. Makwe. Program directors, Professor Olautse Kole, the acting executive dean of the College of Law, and Professor Mpine Makwe, the acting executive dean, College of Education. Thank you very much for this opportunity to deliver a very, very short welcoming address on this occasion. And my role here is usually described as quite straightforward, and I will do just that. Colleagues, it is my honor to welcome Mr. James Mabua, who is with us this morning. Mr. Mabua is the chairperson of the Unisa Council. who has been re-elected for a second term. And I really want to congratulate and welcome Mr. James Mabua in this ceremony. It's also my honor to particularly welcome Councillor Marx, the MMC for health. It reminds me of my days when I was a councillor MMC. Yeah, it's a tough job you are doing there, I know. Councillor Marx is here with us. That's the MMC of Health for Tshwane, and welcome, Councillor, to this occasion. It is also my honor to welcome other members of council. I haven't seen some of the members of council, but I'm sure some of them are following these proceedings on online platforms. My particular honor as well to welcome all dignitaries who are here. I know we have quite a number of dignitaries here. I may not call them by name, but I see some of them just behind the chairperson of council who are sitting here. Thank you very much for joining us. It is also my honor to welcome Professor Puleng LenkaBula, the Principal and Vice-Chancellor of the University. We welcome you, ma'am, and I'm sure you traveled safe from the United States. I know the chairman of council was in Ethiopia as well. I'm sure everything went well. Thank you very much. Professor Devrop, I haven't seen you for some time, and I'm glad to see you. But I really want to welcome you, Prof. Devrop, and your team. And I'm sure you will be entertaining us, today. But I really want to welcome you. I'm told that Mondem Sutwana is in here. I'm not sure if I haven't seen. Yeah, okay. Mondem Sutwana is our guest artist, the finalist of the South African Idols. So I'm sure you will see Monde later on. And of course, distinguished guests in our midst today, I've already done that. And it's also my honor to welcome the assessor and his team. He joined us about 2 or 3 months ago. Our regional colleagues, like Professor Mpine Marqueset, and other colleagues who have joined us online, recipients of awards, of excellence awards. I really want to welcome all recipients and students and their leadership. I have seen the Secretary General of the National SRC here. I really want to welcome the leadership and students in this ceremony. And of course, all the providers of entertainment in this event, all protocols observed. And of course, welcome to this important occasion, an important ceremony, which is one of the university's flagship events in each academic year. And indeed, a gathering that reconfirms a number of landmarks that have proceeded to define 2022 at the University of South Africa. It also signals a readiness to step up into 2023. I believe that many of you have by now heard that the term goblin mode was voted by the public as Oxford Dictionary's word or term of the year for 2022. Goblin mode describes exactly what we are not as Unisans. The term is used to describe a behavior which is self-indulgent, lazy, or greedy, typically in a way that rejects social norms or expectations. And one of the most significant activities today will be the presentation by the Vice-Chancellor and Principal of Excellence Awards to Unisa top students who have excelled in their performance. This is one of the ways in which we are demonstrating that Unisans are not in a goblin mode. We are truly selfless, industrious, and ambitious, that we act and work in an orderly, in a sharp and groomed manner, and that we are generous and great-hearted. An official closing ceremony of the academic year also creates space for us to collectively reflect on the trends and successes of the year that brought various challenges and opportunities. And we had many of those this year. And so, it is my privilege, program directors, and great pleasure to welcome you all here today. We are delighted to have you with us to participate and share in this special and august occasion. Prepare yourselves to be challenged, to be excited, and to be inspired, and sit back and enjoy the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Mutata, for welcoming each one of us. And now that Prof. Mutata has welcomed us, in my language, he has swept the floor, he had made sure that all of us are comfortable, and let the celebration start. Because today, we are celebrating. When you reflect, when you look back at what has happened over the year, it's time to celebrate. And I think it's particularly important for us to celebrate after 2 difficult years that we've just come through. And we are still standing, and we are still here. So it's really calls for a celebration. But there's no celebration that happens without dancing, music, ululating. It's never complete without that. So in our cultures, in our traditions, we know that we have music, we dance when there's death. We also dance when there's something bright and beautiful, when we celebrate life. And today, we are going to celebrate 2022 as a very successful year. And Prof. Mutata has said that the closing ceremony, it creates that space for us to reflect on what worked and what didn't work in this year. So we have, I'm not going to sing as much as I would like to sing, but I can't sing. I'm going to call the singers who are Unisa staff choir, who will render an item, 2 items for us, and just to bring us in the mood, on that celebratory mood. And I hope that they are going to do justice to that. Over to you, choir. Thank you.
UNISA, but during their academic journey, but also for their respective families and relatives. It is a tradition treasured throughout the history of the university. Annually, UNISA produces close to 55,000 proud graduates. This year was special in the sense that we returned to fully on-site graduations at the Maclineck, Polokwane, Bloemfontein, East London, Durban, and Cape Town campuses, where tens of thousands of newly minted unisons took to the stage to receive their hard-earned qualifications. In 2022, UNISA once again improved its position in key areas as rated by internationally renowned organizations and publications, garnering accolades in the process. The university ranking by academic performance has ranked UNISA as one of the top 10 universities in South Africa. The ranking focuses on academic quality. This data was gathered from about 3,000 higher education institutions in an effort to rank these institutions by their academic performance. Announced at the opening ceremony of the 5th MENA Higher Education Leadership Forum, UNISA took home an international award on the 23rd of March in Dubai, reclaiming its place at the top tier of tertiary education institutions in South Africa and on the continent. The university has advanced to the top 600 category in the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings, the only global performance tables that assess universities against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Later in the year, Times Higher Education World University Rankings, which rates over 1,700 universities across 104 countries and regions, placed UNISA's engineering disciplines across the board in joint first place in South Africa. As a mega university that invented open distance learning, UNISA continues to prove its exceptional academic stature globally. Authoritative publication US News and World Report has ranked it among the top 10 higher education institutions in South Africa and the top 900 globally. In 2022, UNISA vastly increased its African and international presence through participating in key events and accelerating its science diplomacy drive outside the borders of South Africa. Lessons that may be learned from calamities such as the COVID-19 pandemic form the crux of the message that UNISA Principal and Vice-Chancellor Professor Puleng LenkaBula delivered to global distance education leaders attending the International Council for Distance Education Leadership Summit in 2022, hosted in Seoul, South Korea. UNISA signed a Memoranda of Understanding with 3 prominent Portuguese higher education institutions. This collaboration aims to strengthen the links for cooperation between the institutions in the areas of science, engineering, and technology. Following discussions between UNISA's principal and vice-chancellor and Ethiopia's former Minister of Science and Higher Education, a high-level delegation from the Ethiopia Education and Training Authority visited UNISA to share in the institution's expertise on issues relating to quality assurance during an intensive program. UNISA proved to be an ideal case study of how to provide distance education mediated through technology during the benchmarking visit in 2022 by Professor Paul Gundani, Vice-Chancellor of the Zimbabwe Open University. Striving towards realizing her vision to position UNISA as a university that is central to the development of the country, Professor Puleng LenkaBula, UNISA Principal and Vice-Chancellor, visited Silicon Valley in the United States of America as part of a delegation led by Dr. Blade Nzimande, Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation. Speaking on the global stage during the UNESCO World Higher Education Conference 2022, Professor LenkaBula said that the university of the future must return to its past in order to rediscover its ontology, epistemology, and pedagogy, and that it must be inspired by the past as much as it is by the idea of futures. As part of her drive to position UNISA as a university that can be counted as a contributor to solutions to the world's problems, Professor Puleng LenkaBula met with the ambassador of Spain in South Africa. A select team of senior UNISA academics and executives participated in a series of diverse engagements, meetings, workshops, and visits in France as they joined representatives from 23 South African universities in pursuit of building stronger partnerships with French higher education institutions. UNISA entered into a collaborative agreement with Ethiopia's Addis Ababa University and the Addis Ababa Science and Technology University with a view to advancing scholarship exchange, cooperation, and interaction for the promotion of education, science and research and the African Union Agenda 2063. In collaboration with the Botswana Open University, UNISA hosted a regional model symposium where esteemed experts from various higher education institutions, especially around the African continent, shared unique expertise and their institutions' experiences and good governance. In response to the university's quest for internationalization, further recognize some of the lectures hosted this year at UNISA. The UNISA 2022 Founders Lecture, the Chief Albert Luthuli Lecture, the 13th Eskom Phahlele Lecture, and the 12th Thabo Mbeki Africa Day Lecture. UNISA continued to take the lead in embracing the role of technology in research and innovation when it hosted a showcase to develop postgraduate students' research and innovation skills. Students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering set out on a Sasol solar challenge to showcase their solar-powered car that they designed and built to travel from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. The College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences hosted a meeting of the African Biogenome Project, an impressive African-led effort to sequence the genomes of plants, animals, fungi, and protists that are endemic to the continent. UNISA's Institute for Nanotechnology and Water Sustainability hosted a highly successful conference in 2022 which attracted the attendance of more than 200 key stakeholders from industry, academia, and government, all working in the field of water treatment and sustainability. In 2022, UNISA's all-important teaching and learning beacon continued shining bright. Streaming internationally to more than 15 countries, the first interdisciplinary seminar hosted by the School of Interdisciplinary Research and Graduate Studies was a huge success. UNISA's annual Teaching and Learning Festival continued to engage in robust discussions that are not only changing teaching and learning methods, but also producing quality graduates and shaping students to be relevant in their own countries. The UNISA Research, Postgraduate Studies, Innovation and Commercialization Portfolio, and the UNESCO Chair on Open and Distance Learning hosted the second UNISA Open Distance and E-Learning Virtual Conference, themed all things research in open distance and e-learning. The South African Institute of Chartered Accountants' release of the initial test of competence results for June 2022 confirmed UNISA's status as a leading university in producing the highest number of African, colored, and Indian candidates who passed the ITC, in addition to being the highest contributor to the CA profession in the country. As an engaged university, UNISA works in collaboration with government, business, civil society, and communities of shared purpose for the enrichment and social relevance of scholarship while actively working to enhance sustainable development outcomes. The Unisa Institute for Social and Health Sciences No Paraffin campaign started on a high note at Sherrycrest Primary School in Thembelihle, south of Johannesburg. The campaign calls for an expedited transition to safe and affordable energy that prioritizes the needs of energy-impoverished communities. The university's Friendship and Hope campaign commenced with a social cohesion event themed Thembelihle and Lenasia Women, Shaping Our Future, a discussion of the intricacies of womanship with the women of Thembelihle and Lenasia. At a well-attended symposium hosted by Unisa's Western Cape region, academics, practitioners, activists, and communities gathered to interrogate the interplay between the academic output and the impact and sustainability of academically funded projects. A team from the Department of Health Studies visited the Centurion Care for the Aged in Olivenhoutbosch to promote the mental health status for the elderly, especially post the COVID-19 pandemic. A team also visited Mahonisi village in Limpopo to raise awareness and tackle the high teenage pregnancy rate in the area. Unisa plays a considerable part in promoting gender equality in the justice system and society. As an African university in the service of humanity, the institution is committed to partnering with institutions and organizations that fight against any form of oppression, exploitation, and prejudice. Taking place at Unisa, the 16th Conference and AGM of the SA chapter of the International Association of Women Judges was attended by key jurists and academics. President Cyril Ramaphosa delivered the key address at a gala dinner addressing the conference theme, Empowerment as a Tool to Fight Gender-Based Violence, #Breaking Barriers and Bias. Speaking at the conference, Deputy Chief Justice Mandisa Maya said that South Africa has some of the most sophisticated laws against discrimination and violence in the world, yet gender-based violence continues to rise astronomically. Celebrating Women's Month, Unisa, South African Women in Dialogue, and UN Women came together at a solution-guided gathering that sought ways to empower women through programs and partnerships and seek an end to poverty cycles and gender-based violence. Hosted by the Research Institute for Theology and Religion, a conference focused on the intensified hardships of African women. Researchers from across the continent presented papers at the conference. In 2022, Unisa once again made major contributions to open education resources, freely sharing its expertise with the world in the spirit of Ubuntu. In another major step forward for indigenous robotics education in South Africa, a multidisciplinary team completed a collaborative project developing multilingual robotics terminologies, glossaries, and open education resources. Unisa's Department of Linguistics and Modern Languages developed two major open educational resources, the Sintu Multilingual Consonants Chart and Speech Organ Movement, as part of an ongoing program to provide broad access to teaching, learning, and research materials. Fine Arts and Music, two of Unisa's mainstays, once again featured prominently in 2022. Following the magnificent final performances, two maestros emerged victorious in the jazz and classical categories of this prestige competition. The 2022 Social News Signatures Art Competition awarded Unisa art student Andrea Walters first prize for adding value to the art fraternity for producing remarkable work collected from personal and community experiences to make all the difference in the world. Sue Clark, a final year visual arts student, won first prize in the Tamimnyele Fine Arts Awards. The awards recognize artists who transcend limitations and reconfigure and manipulate contemporary culture, social and political science. 2023 will be a truly momentous milestone in the history of our institution as UNISA celebrates 150 years of excellence as Africa's leading cordially institution and a global mega university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We invite students, alumni, and staff to join in the extensive range of celebratory initiatives planned for the big year ahead. UNISA's Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Council, and Executive Management wish all Unisans and friends of the university a peaceful, safe, and restorative festive season.
This was indeed wonderful. You know, sometimes when we sit in our corners and we deal with our day-to-day challenges, we forget that this is what is happening here. We forget that this is why we are all here. Colleagues, I just want each one of you to give yourself a round of applause. I really want to thank the institutional, I have to get it right, the Department of Institutional Advancement and Multimedia, who put together this production and reminded us that this is who we are. And sometimes, really, when we come to the end of the year and you close your eyes and you try to figure out what is it that this year has brought to my life as an individual, we find it very difficult because we are always clouded with what is happening in the current, and you are always clouded with what didn't happen. But I'm very grateful that this video was done, and I wish each one of us as staff members, as students, we will start recognizing that there's a lot of good that has come out of this august institution of ours. We are indeed the university in service of humanity. If we don't know that, we'll never be able to know it. Each of us in this room, this past 2 years, you know, no one would have wondered that something wonderful like this had come out after these 2 years of extreme difficulty. 2 years that was challenging, 2 years that left some of us with people that we've lost loved ones, we've lost colleagues. However, we still persevered. And this is human resilience at its best. And this kind of thing reminds us that in life, you need to reflect. You need just to close your eyes and reflect. And as you reflect, you think about all the wonderful things that had happened so that you can strengthen that part. And I want us to focus on how to strengthen the part that will take us forward. You also think about things that you could have done, but you didn't do. And things that have stopped you from doing what you wanted to do. And when you do that, you start reimagining of doing things differently. So this particular period it reminds us that, you know what, if we can do this, during the periods that we have, we can still even do much more. So today, it's our day of reflection, our day of starting to reimagine the future, the different future that we aspire for, in order to renew when we walk into that future. Thank you so much again for these highlights that really brought us all up into a celebratory mood. This time I will call upon, I like that. This time I will call upon the chairperson of the Unisa Council, Mr. Mabuya. I'll invite Mr. Mabuya to the stage to deliver the remarks of the year, the remarks that he wants to share with us as the head of the household of Unisa. Over to you, Prof.
Thanks, Program Director. I think I just needed to make sure I'm at the right event. My understanding is that it's an official closing ceremony being operative word, of the academic year, 2022. So that would apply academic year. So we still expect VC, CFO, and all the management teams to still be here after this academic year. So keep pens down. Okay, so let's just be clear. Council is meeting on the 14th. So the work continues. You will close VC and your team, your administrative team, even the academics, some of them are still going to see them. I just thought I should clear that one up first. But also let me give a task just to prove that academic year. I just wanted to give homework to the choir. You know, you've sang nicely. My father was a bishop, he's late. And as you were singing one of the songs there, I said, no man, while I'm still a chairperson here, I can still make certain demands, you know, and requests. There is a song in the Filazation, I think it's hymn 4 or hymn 7, Umutu Wabatu. When we open the academic year next year, in February, please sing that song. When you open like a Prof. LenkaBula VC, good shots. I'm speaking before her, so I'm going to make this demand. In particular, there's a paragraph there, and I'm going to read it in Sesotho. It's a Sesotho song. Reboke hararo, ya kaletse maru, ya tshabehang, rere, o moholo, moholo, moholo. O re fe dipelo tse o tshabang. Please, choir, if you can do that request for me. Just bear in mind that even bonuses, we approve them at council. So it's up to you. Program directors, Prof. O.J. Kole, Acting Dean of College of Law, Prof. Emi Makwe, Executive Dean, College of Education, Prof. Puleng LenkaBula, our VC, members of Unisa Council, Your Excellencies, ambassadors, High Commissioners present, MMC Rina Marx, and other members of the Tshwane Mayoral Committee, members of the University Executive and Extended Management, program participants, Unisa retirees, Unisa staff members, various student bodies, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Taming. It's indeed a singular honor for me to be given the opportunity to deliver the brief remarks as part of the significant event that has become a tradition in the University of South Africa. The official closing ceremony which we hold at the end of every academic year. We use this occasion to collectively reflect and take stock of our performance record, achievements and challenges of the year behind us, measured against the goals and objectives we set for ourselves at the beginning of the calendar year. When we converged in this very hall during the official opening ceremony in February early in the year, we took into cognizance the fact that the goals we were setting ourselves were against the backdrop of the challenges that were imposed on us and the sector as a whole by the rampant COVID-19 pandemic. Notwithstanding these challenges, we remain resolute in our quest to ensure that Unisa continues to be a leader in open distance learning, especially in the context of the fourth industrialization and digitization. Also, to endeavor to live up to our reputation as a beacon of hope for thousands of people in the country, the continent, and globally. There are people who rely on the University of South Africa to acquire an education and use it as an instrument to better their lives. Amina Mama is indeed on target when she argues, and I quote, "Ordinary people in the poorest continent embrace higher education as a key means to upward mobility, as a route out of the debilitating deprivations of poverty and into the mainstream of national and even international life," close quote. As Council, we've made a clear call to every staff member to put their shoulders to the wheel and ensure that the mission to reimagine and reclaim our rightful position in the hearts and minds of our key knowledge communities and to become a success. We equally reaffirm the commitment of Council to provide necessary support to all relevant and sound plans aimed at turning around the fortunes of this great giant, which is Unisa. As Council, it will be remiss of us not to recognize that the road towards realizing this ideal would always be treacherous, and that in this particular case, it was made even more difficult by some of the challenging and unprecedented developments that affected our institution in the course of 2022. Amongst these were the unrelenting and unfounded attacks against the university and its leadership in the media and public domains, a prolonged and aggressive labor action together with some intermittent student protests, which even included disruptions of our autumn graduations, as well as the release of the MTT report and the subsequent appointment of an independent assessor by the Minister of Higher Education, Science and Technology, and Innovation, Dr. Blade Nzimande. Against all these forces combined, together with many others, which I have not mentioned here, some of them I have not mentioned here, would naturally have an effect on our mission to transform Unisa even more complex and difficult. Also, the fact that we rose against so many of these odds and continue to do our best under challenging circumstances bears testimony to our resilience, commitment, and loyalty to this great institution, the University of the Land. It further lends credence to the popular saying, "Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path." It's my sincerest hope as chairperson of Council and member of this great Unisa community that the storms we had to endure in the course of this academic year were here to clear our path and open our eyes to the limitless opportunities before us as we forge ahead with a mission to turn Unisa into a truly world-class open distance education provider. A quick reflection of some of the achievements of 2022, as we saw above there, provides enough assurance, indeed, that we are on the right path and that with sufficient doses of energy and will, including a never-die spirit, we'll achieve our mission. While the specific achievements will be outlined through the address by the Vice-Chancellor, Prof. LenkaBula, in addition to those listed in the highlights of the video we've just seen, Our splendid performance rise in university rankings globally, the successful hosting of physical graduation ceremony across the country, as well as the conclusion of multiple cooperation agreements with sister universities and other key organizations locally and internationally, stands out as among some of the greatest achievements this year. Yeah, then there's other ones as well that I want us to, yeah, it's a pity the council meeting is on Thursday. We've done so well, people just don't know. But anyway, let me go back to the speech, it's fine. On behalf of council, I therefore extend our sincerest thanks to all staff, management, and the student community for flying the Unisa flag high during this challenging time. Rest assured that your hard work and efforts are not going unnoticed, and that we appreciate your contribution to the success of this great university. If I had money, we really appreciate what you do. In the same breath, we also congratulate in advance the cohort of our colleagues who will be receiving excellent awards in the course of the program this morning. We are indeed worthy of this recognition. Indeed, Director di Wamukato, Mabuelele, colleagues. May your excellent work and dedication serve as a motivation to the rest of the university community to work hard and become just as good, if not better, ambassadors of the Unisa brand, especially in the year 2023, when we will be celebrating 150 years of shaping futures in the service of humanity. As you retreat, those who are living today, but CFO, PC, there's not necessarily directed to you for now. As you retreat to your respective personal spaces, take a well-deserved break from As you retreat from your respective personal spaces, to take a well-deserved break from the rigors of a very demanding academic year, I urge you to use the period to rest and re-energize yourself in preparation of what is definitely going to be a defining year for our beloved institution. There can be no better time than the occasion of our 150th birthday to show the world that Unisa remains the university of the people, committed and capable of making serious impact on the lives of all our people, and of being counted amongst the top universities in the country, the continent, and the world at large. Over the years, you have proven over and over that you are capable of living up to expectations. I'm confident that you will not falter even this time around. I wish you all a peaceful holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ntate. Thank you, Ntate Maboya, for your reflection. Thank you for the Chair of Council for your reflection. Maboa. Sorry, Maboa. For your reflections, that gives us confidence that you are providing that enabling environment to enable us to succeed. And by the way, I'll take that. I'm taking that up. So more than we can all follow Ntate where he's going. Thank you, Ntate, for also making us feel that we are in this together, and you are here to support us. You reflected on our successes. You also reflected on our challenges. And it's good that you said in our challenges that we still rose. We rose through those challenges. We stood firm during those challenges. And we've put our shoulders on the ground and worked very hard to ensure that this university succeeds. And thank you. And it's through your support and the council. Please tell them that we say thank you. for the work well done to ensure that all of us are provided with an environment that ensures us that we deliver on the mandate of the university, on the mission of the university of teaching and learning, of research and innovation, and community engagement. In this highlights, it was very clear that we are carrying that three-legged pot where you are going to put that meat in, that three-legged pot, it's there. We are there, and every leg, it's represented very well, and the highlights showed us that. So thank you so much for those remarks. And since we are in a celebratory mood, I'm going to call upon Karen Defrop Quartet, and they're coming with a guest artist who is the South African Idols finalist, Monde Msutwana. Let's celebrate.
Thank you so much, Program Chair. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an all Unisa ensemble. I manage the Music Foundation. Roland Moses is a doctoral graduate from Unisa. Magesh Naidu is a compiler for our study materials, exam materials. Concord Kabinde is an adjudicator at our competitions, festivals. Sipiwe Shiburi is new to the ensemble, but we are very, very proud and happy to have him. We are thrilled to have Monde Msutwana, who is Monde is a household name in South Africa, and we are honored to have him perform with us today. Please enjoy.
Soft as the dawn, the night, soft as the dawn, into the innocent child, soft as a fawn. This child is born, one small heart, one pair of eyes, one work of art, into the innocent child, less and this and more. Soft as the fall, to the light of this child, innocent child, soft as the fawn. This child is born, one small heart, one pair of eyes, one work of art. Here in my arms he lies, chastened and warm. This and this and more.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. I think we have got every reason to be happy today because we are attending a closing ceremony here, and a ceremony that is unpacking all the successes that we have experienced, that this University of the Land has experienced. We have observed such successes here. We have listened to the music that was very good to listen to, that even we even heard from the chair of council, from their angle, how they have observed and how they make sense of the successes that this University of the Land is making. And it only makes a very good reason for each one of us that we have, and that is to be called a unison. When you are part of Unisa and you are called a unison, whether you are a student, a member of staff, or you are a stakeholder, it only feels good that you are associated with the institution that is working as hard as this one, University of the Land. But I think we need to take it from where the Chair of Council left it, now take it to the next level, now through the voice of the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Puleng LenkaBula, the mother of this house. Let us give her the round of applause to welcome her to the podium to come and give us her address. Over to you, the VC.
Good morning. Sanbonan, Dumelang, Lochani, More, Abshin. I want to, Assalamu alaikum, Shalom, Professor Magweset Mulishani, for those of you who understand the struggle, those who were in Zambia. Thank you very much, Program Directors, Professor Kole and Professor Magwe, for program directing. Let me take this opportunity, colleagues, to recognize the Chair of Council and members of Council here present, our Chair of Council, Mr. Mashukudu Mabua, who just gave us some principal highlights around the opportunities of the universities for the future. Let me also recognize all members of Unisa Council that are participating in person or virtually. Your Excellencies, ambassadors, high commissioners present. Let me also recognize the presence of the leadership of the city, MMC Rina Max, and other members of the Tshwane Mayoral Committee. This for us, Councillor Rina Max, is quite important, but also is a mark of new partnerships that UNISA would like to have with the city, including how to making our environment safe. It is very important, so we are truly appreciative by your presence. Let me also recognize the executive management of the University of South Africa. I'm aware that 3 of our vice principals, I apologize, I'm still jet-lagged. 3 of our vice principals are still hard at work outside the country. Mr. Mutebele and Ms. Nakene are in San Francisco, trying to ensure that our participation in the digital system, but also in partnerships, are enabled. Professor Meiwa is still in Ethiopia, trying to ensure that our partnership in Ethiopia is extended. At this point, I'd like to recognize Professor Mutsa. May you please stand so that at least colleagues can can we give her a round of applause? She's leading teaching and learning. Professor Ndlovu. Yes. He's responsible for strategy, colleagues. The registrar, Professor Mutata. Thank you very much. Mr. Ramukumba, our finances. Thank you, registrar. Thank you, CFO. We should be looking at him to check where our health systems are. Dr. Mokhobu, are you in? If Dr. Mokhobu is participating virtually, registrar, is Dr. Mokhobu in? Yes. Thank you very much. I think he's participating virtually. Colleagues, let me also take this opportunity to recognize the custodians of the academic program, the deans of the colleges. Deans of colleges, may you please just stand up for colleagues if you're present, but if you're not, you're attending virtually, you can wave virtually. Thank you. Colleagues, let me also recognize invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Student Representative Council, Institutional Forum, Senate, and all other statutory committees of the university that are represented. I'd like to thank you, colleagues, for standing up. I just wanted to state that the highlights that were shared on the screen, but also by our own chair of council, represent the work that the colleagues in the different portfolios, together as a collective, we are working towards. And I'm truly grateful for their leadership, for these accomplishments could not have been made. I want to start by acknowledging that the official closing of our academic year at UNISA is an occasion that is dearest to our hearts, as it is that precious yet critical time in the year when we reflect and really analyze what we have accomplished, what remains outstanding, what are the challenges and contradictions of the university, and how do we collectively work together to positioning this university an asset of the society, an asset of the country, continent, and the global world, a contributor mainly to enabling majority in our society, but in the world, to accessing higher education. We also take this time to give gratitude to our knowledge communities, yourselves, colleagues, present and virtually, administrative, academic, and professional staff, for the work that we all together do enables us as a university to form our students into critical citizens that participate in changing lives, livelihoods, economies, ecologies for the better. I want to be attentive to the idea that as we deliver this address, we are freshly arriving from UCLA and Stanford University, number 1 and number 10 in the university rankings all over the world, to create opportunities for staff and students to exchange, to collaborate, to learn together, but also to Africanize knowledge in the global arena, taking into cognizance this beautiful gift that Africa has bequeathed to the world, the idea of humanity, if we think about it scientifically, and if we think about Maruping and Stekfontein caves, where paleontologists and paleoanthropologists remind us of the genesis of humanity scientifically. I also want us to remember that this celebration is also akin to what UNISA has given to the world, which is learning through distance at a university level. These are important areas that we should be celebrating. I want to thank you, Chair, and also the Program Director, Professor Makwe, and some of you who were in the graduations in Ethiopia and yet woke up this morning to still be in the celebrations. This is a testament to the commitment and hard work, colleagues, about how we deem this university a great resource of society. So thank you to all who have come here despite the long trips. Thank you very much. At the beginning of the year, we declared 2022 as the year of reclaiming and reimagining Africa's intellectual futures beyond COVID-19. We believe then, as we do now, that this theme resonates with UNISA vision and strategic plan 2021 to 2030. A number of milestones have been achieved this year, thereby signaling that we are on track in terms of rolling out the strategy and making the necessary interventions to improving the performance of our university when compared to other universities in the country, but also in the world. This was possible not because we are lucky, but because we placed high premium in the academic agenda, in staff performance, and in ensuring that all of us put our hands on deck. UNISA has increased the number of National Research Fund rated scholars, and some have upgraded their higher ratings. And we are appreciative of the improvements that we have made in the NRF rating. We also recognize that in terms of the publications, UNISA has improved its publications at least to 1,509 peer-reviewed journal articles across various disciplines, and we hope for 2022 now we will have an improved outcome as part of the incentive systems that we would like to entail in order that we propel ourselves into the success, but also into the future. Our own engaged scholarship programs continues to grow, as evidenced by our entry into the impact rankings that show that our research work influences our society and global trajectories on a number of indicators and endeavors. I'm not going to speak to all the rankings because the highlights in the video that was shown already demonstrates the successes that we would have made. But I want to highlight a few that require us to paying attention, and for those of you who are still studying, to really rethinking if you would want to participate in this as they are changing the lives in our continent, but also in the global arena. One of the important work that is being undertaken by the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, which is going to be UNISA changing, is the idea of the project that the university is hosting, the Africa Biogenome Project. This is a coordinated Pan-African effort to build capacity and infrastructures to generate and analyze, as well as deploy genomics data for the improvement and sustainability of biodiversity and agriculture across Africa. Let me just make it simple for those who may not come from the natural sciences. So these colleagues in Professor Mahanu's environment will study all the fauna, flora, biotic materials within our continent and map them so that we as a continent are responsible for our fauna and flora and can use it for developmental and innovation systems that are relevant for the developmental trajectories of our country, our continent. For in many instances, the genomic processes are owned by major pharmaceutical companies, wherein the continent does not have such expertise on its own. This is life-changing, and we are appreciative for the leaders of these programs because they enable us to partner with the continent in changing the world for the better. And I'd like to thank the college for such an inventive approach into the work that the university can do for the continent. May we give them a round of applause, colleagues. I also want to extend my appreciation and report that in 2021, we requested the university to consider our participation in the National Innovation and Global Innovation Systems. We recognize that as a university, we are strong in research, we're strong in theory, but the practicalization of the work that we do through products, processes, and systems that can earn intellectual property rights, but also enable us to commercialize some of the work that we do was quite at a nascent stage. We requested the 10 catalytic niche areas which have gained traction within the university to be embedded as part of our agenda to catapulting, improving our planning, improving coordination, collaboration, but also ensuring that our research becomes resourceful to society. Almost all the colleges have taken the catalytic niche areas, and I'm happy to state that there's great work that's happening in that way. The solar car that you saw might be a car that Unisa will produce for the global arena where you won't have to pay petrol and has flown from work, colleagues. So I'm hoping that this will become a product that we develop from just a mere prototype, and that's an important area. We also, colleagues, as a distance education institution, we are delighted to see our investment in online capabilities increasing in leaps and bounds. This bodes well for our competition and sustainability strategies. For example, we are hoping that by the end of 2022, our pioneering College of Education will have concluded over 100 modules that are fully online while others are being developed. I think this is quite an important inventive approach from the College of Education in ensuring that we don't just talk about digitalizing curriculum development, teaching and learning, engaged scholarship, but we develop modules that enable such to becoming areas of excellence. We also want to thank the College of Education for ensuring that we don't just produce 50% of teachers in the country, that we improve the quality of that teaching and steer our teachers into the digital domains so that they can be excellent providers of multimodal educational systems. May we give the College of Education a round of applause, colleagues. Thank you very much. The College of Graduate Sciences has begun to implement the Distinguishing Professor Program, which have been put to national and is targeting international and national academics of esteemed knowledge whose expertise fall within the 10 catalytic niche areas who are going to be expressed or shared amongst colleges in order that we pivot the 10 catalytic niche areas. 150 postdoctoral fellows who, upon appointment, will also be recruited through this plan in order to strengthen the opportunities of academics without PhD to accelerate their completion of PhD within 3 years or less, so that our continued improvements as a university are manifest. I'd like to really appreciate the work of the College of Graduate Studies for moving beyond being an administrative department to ensuring that it becomes a side of knowledge, research, and a site where the chairs within the university are located and are empowering research arena of the university. Can we give the College of Graduate Studies? Colleagues, I want to recognize that the College of Law is also improving the partnership with the International Association of Judges. It will be hosting next year the Bar Association of the continent, but also it has been actively engaging in order to ensure that the support, especially of those marginal within our society through the legal counsel that is provided, is improving. Let's also give the College of Law a round of applause, colleagues. As we give the College of Law the applause, colleagues, it's also important for us to recognize that the College of Accounting Sciences, that provides a third of accountants in the country, but also helps in the transformation agenda of our country, where majority of accountants that may not have had a chance are able to be provided by this university. So let me give you an example. In 2021, the SAICA produced, the international examination produced 2,002 qualified chartered accountants, or at least those who passed the examination with reference. 1,556 came from Unisa. Let us celebrate the College of Accounting Sciences as well, colleagues. One of the largest colleges is the College of Humanities. This is a college where majority of our publications are produced, colleagues. It has some of the highest research outputs, but also master's and doctoral outputs. I want to thank you, Professor ZZ Nkosi, for leading the charge in ensuring that the College of Human Sciences is not only producing the best humanities and social sciences, but now you're looking and dabbling into the understanding of digital humanities and how social sciences and natural sciences can interact with the natural sciences in order that we improve our university. Can we also give them a round of applause, colleagues? The College of Economic and Management Sciences, colleagues, is in a trajectory that is quite exciting, wherein they are also reminding us that this university was the first to thinking around a digital high school and a digital interface with the TVET colleges. We're truly appreciative that they've garnered all the colleges to ensure that we work together to ensure that access, articulation, competition, including in the formation of the students' interface with the university, is catapulted. I want to thank the college for really reminding us of the imperative not only to focusing on those who are already in university, but to start even interacting with basic education, but also TVET higher education system. They require a round of applause as well. Our Graduate School of Business Leadership has been the first in the colleges to hosting the Global Engage Scholarship Conference, where we were honored, colleagues, by the delegation, but also the leadership of the Afri-Exim Bank, but also of the African Trade Relations Committee, the convention. And this is quite an important highlight that we need to thank the College of Graduate Studies for, colleagues. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you. The TM School of International Relations and Diplomacy, colleagues, has initiated wonderful dialogical relations with students, wherein the engagement with the Chancellor, but also with international leaders in the political, diplomatic, and financial systems are entailed. And I think we should be watching on the opportunities that accrue there, including the opportunities of ensuring that our university is not locked within the local context, but ensures that it influences multilateralism within the African Union, the United Nations, but also all other relevant multilateral institutions that are important for us as a university to influencing policy. Let's also give them a round of applause. CSET, colleagues, has also registered a number of successes, including recognition of some of the leading scholars within the CSET, receiving recognition from the Science Awards, National Science Awards, wherein the university has also gained some of the best rankings, colleagues. This is one, it deserves also a high round of applause, where Unisa has been ranked #1 in engineering, alongside with Stellenbosch and Northwest. Who would have known that engineering is our best area? It's not just engineering, colleagues. The improvements in computer sciences have also been seen as an area of excellence in CSET. And in terms of higher rankings, chemistry is the leading registered environment in the global rankings and from CSET. I just thought it was important, given that the composite successes of the different portfolios and the colleges would have been shared, colleagues, that it was important that we identify some of these exciting developments within our university, and I think these are quite important. It's also important, even as we celebrate the resilience, the successes, the excellence, that we also look at the challenges that we need to grapple together to ensure that administrative staff, academic staff, professionals, our statutory committees, but also ourselves work together to improving. It is a well-known, it has become a fact, but we should not make it a fact, that our students cry the most in the social media for limited support in terms of us responding to their queries, questions, requests for support. This is an area of development, colleagues, that I want to appeal to all of us to ensuring that we do our best to ensure that the student, the primary stakeholder of the university, receives the best support in their learning programs so that they become responsible citizens. This is not just for the registrar's domain, it is for all of us, the university. For sometimes, when responses are not given, it is either we say the SCSC has not responded. I want to appeal that in 2023, no excuses will be received, but all work will be invested in order that high-quality services and support to our students is manifest. This is an appeal that I'd like to make to the university so that our students can enjoy the best experiences of the successes that we've just shared. The second area of challenge, colleagues, that we need to attend to as a university which is quite important, is to improve and overcome the culture of violence, the culture of gender injustice, the culture of disrespect of responsibilities, the cultures where managers do not manage and are scared of managing. It is very important, colleagues, that we don't underestimate the responsibilities that all of us, employees of the university, students of the university, the statutory committees of the university have to play. We went through a very tumultuous situation where we couldn't sit together, talk together, and overcome our challenges. And instead, we had to invoke the law. We don't need to do that, colleagues. We need to talk, we need to work, we need to understand that we are public servants. We are invited to these responsibilities by societies. 187,000 of our students are supported by the states through the National Financial Aid Scheme. Our salaries, therefore, colleagues, come from the most poor in society. We need not take that for granted. We need not take that for granted, but we must all do our work. If we don't do our work, we will make sure that we institute consequences, actions, not because we want to scare people, but because we must be taking care of the majority of society that only have Unisa as a university that they can use to overcoming their challenges, to having access to education. And we will not be apologetic, colleagues, for speaking truth to power or to ourselves. It's very important. Finally, colleagues, there's a culture of absconding from responsibilities. Our policy on remote work has elicited cultures of dishonesty that we have to attend to. People must come to work. People must not loiter in malls when they should be serving students. People must not send emails at 12 midnight because during the day they were running their businesses. People must be responsible in order that this university, even as we allow the entrepreneurial approaches by our staff in varied environments as they try to contribute to the economy of the country, to ensure that responsibility, ethical leadership, and ethical stance of social justice for the university is manifest. So leaders must lead, and must lead with integrity. So the staff must see themselves as investments of this university that we value, and we value you as staff. It doesn't matter whether you are an academic, administrative, or professional staff. You're all valuable. When a student graduates in this hall or any other hall of the university, we often say, this student has been developed by the cleaner as they were developed by the full professor, because we understand this is a collective responsibility. We will always understand that, and we must continue understanding that. Finally, colleagues, it is very important that we do not negate the roles of social justice forum, the roles of unions. It is their role, and it is in the law. It is something that we believe in, because this country could not have ended its liberation if this idea of organizing ourselves for social justice, for advocacy, did not manifest. It must manifest even at Unisa. But we must advocate within the law. We must ensure that we hold management accountable following the rules and the laws of the country, not bullying tactics, colleagues. We will not tolerate bullying. We will ensure that we respect each other. No woman leader must feel scared to lead only because the insults would have been held at Puleng. No woman leader, a student, an administrative or academic leader, must be afraid to lead because they have listened to the voice recordings where women are threatened with rape. We're not going to tolerate that. And we are not going to be fearful, colleagues, to hold you accountable if that were to happen. The culture of peace at Unisa, the culture of excellence, the culture of social justice, and the culture of collective working together to ensuring that our university becomes a robust, successful university is that which will carry us to the celebrations of 150 years. We should leverage the 150 years celebrations in order that they give us the best that we should be doing as the university. I'm elated to state in that next year we will be celebrating 150 years of Unisa's existence. It requires a round of applause. We will be celebrating together. We will be ensuring that opportunities for reskilling, upskilling, and retraining of staff, whether academic, administrative, or professional, is prioritized to give people a competitive edge, to make sure that the university allows everyone, not just a few, to use this opportunity to learning and to improving the university. Finally, colleagues, I want to thank you. This is the penultimate. This is my last paragraph. Finally, colleagues, I want to thank you because this year's examinations, online examinations, Professor Mutsa and Ms. Nakene, were the most beautiful experiences of the university. We only had 2 incidences. Next year, we shouldn't have any incidences. Last year, we had 16 incidences, colleagues. That's an improvement. I really would like to thank you all for your work. The final comment that I want to make, colleagues, is that precisely because of the number that I showed you, that we have registered 378,000 students, 187,000 are supported by NEFSAS. We have also an increased debt from students, understanding the economic environments they come from. Students owe us 1.3 billion. 1.3 billion. So when we don't take care of resources, whether financial, time, academic, and otherwise, the debts strengthen. And I want to appeal to all Unisans to contribute to the foundation's request that we should all contribute at least to enabling at least a student. 2 people can enable 1 student at least to register within the university. So we are going to make an appeal for you to contribute if you're able to contribute. If you're not able, we request that you always advocate and agitate for those students that want to study but are unable to study. I just want to give some highlights on how we have also tried to take care of the financial resources of the university. And this is quite important because if we don't take care of the finances, if we don't take care of our resources, if we're not accountable, and if we allow cultures that are nefarious, that abuse these resources, then we would have failed in our responsibilities. So in the financial systems, we have done our best to repositioning the academic program as the center of resources allocation. Our budget committee colleagues now is constitutive of academic leaders as well as the professional administrative environments. And this was the first time in 2021 that we introduced this shared model where the deans of the colleges and the administrative environment sit together to see how we resource the academic and the budgeting system of the university. We also do that with the demand plan of the university so that we anchor the academic program. And this has been a great exercise where we've cushioned the university resources and ensured that the academic systems are prioritized. Let me say, 1.6 billion budget allocation has also been made towards the critical catalytic niche areas. Let's look for the expertise, colleagues. Let's ensure we participate. Let's ensure that we improve this. We understand the energy challenges in the country. We understand the health challenges. We understand many challenges which we have to solve. We've also, Chair, I don't know if I should wait for Wednesday. I'll have to ask for permission, but I can indicate with a smile that our processes, with your permission, I can share. Sorry, colleagues, I'm laughing this loud because a week ago, before we left for Ethiopia, I was worried, but there'll be positive news next week. After Wednesday, we will share with you. Finally, colleagues, it's good news. There's something called suspense. If you don't read your income, you will not understand the good news. Then, colleagues, we have savings of over 2 billion on budgeted expenditure, meaning where if you bought a pen for 20 rand and it costs 5 rands, we've made it 550. We've saved you a lot of money. Finally, colleagues, our investment portfolio has grown to 15 billion. We have to smile. It was 6 billion in 2021 when we joined. It's 15 billion. 15. I have to, the chair is trying to check with the CFO whether this is true. Yes, it is true. This is quite important, colleagues. The chair of council once sent me a text message when a Vice-Chancellor of another university was sharing that he found the university with 1 billion. He's living with a healthy budget of healthy investment reserves of 4 billion. And the chair says, but you guys did so much within a short time, and we didn't say it. So, Chair, I'm happy that we're sharing it on your behalf. Thank you very much. Thank you, colleagues. We wish you all the best. May the Creator and universe do you well. We appreciate your work and your leadership. I needed to take a little bit of time, but I know that they are going to play dance music. We'll make up for that time. Thank you very much. We wish you well. Thank you.
No, thank you so much, Vice-Chancellor, Professor Puleng LenkaBula. Colleagues, give the Vice-Chancellor another round of applause. We have heard without hesitation that all these successes that we see that are coming from different spaces within the university, it's contribution from Unisans themselves. But we have heard also that all that cannot go without thinking about student support at the back of our minds at all times. And without fail, the Vice-Chancellor is reminding us, we really must make sure that students are getting services that they deserve. But that will only be possible if managers are managing. People that must serve are serving. Interdependencies are connecting very well. And they are making sure that at the end of the day, students are getting better service, what they deserve. And our students in Unisa, we know, we really must thank them, because these are students that are studying from remote areas, some of them, struggling because of service delivery at their municipal levels, but they are still able to deliver the service that we require of them. And they can still say at the end, I have made it. So we owe it to our students. But we must make sure that what the Vice-Chancellor is saying, that we really must serve at 2023 must be the year where we are intensifying the service of our university. As a result, making sure that students get the best out of it. Thank you so much, Vice-Chancellor, for reminding us all of that. And then, colleagues, without any waste of time, let me call back to the podium Professor LenkaBula, the Vice-Chancellor and the Principal, as well as Professor Muzamadikane, to come and continue to intensify, even make us observe more of successes that we will be observing here today. If we can come back to the podium to do just that. And it is recommended that the following candidates that will receive their awards in their different categories as best. In the category College Graduate Awards, best results for a bachelor's degree and 3-year undergraduate diploma, where these are offered. The selection was stratified by race, gender, and ability. The award carries a bursary value, and we will now be calling the names of the students that will be receiving these awards. And I must indicate from the outset, some of the students are available, some are not, but we took it upon ourselves that even those students that could not make it here today, we should call their names. They really deserve that their names are called. Recipients of College Graduate Excellence Awards are Undergraduate Diploma, College of Accounting Sciences, A. Abrahams. And the student is in absentia. And the College of Economic and Management Sciences, A.L. Beneke, in absentia. A. van der Walt. S. Uodendal. College of Human Sciences, N. Mkoko, absentia, L.N. Mbonambi, in absentia, N.H. Lutuli. In absentia as well, M. Bushomani. Now, the College of Law. The college is represented. A.R. Tijani. N. Ramlagan, C.E. Bata, undergraduate degree, College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, M. van der Westhuizen, absentia, S. Sub-G, in absentia, E. Pillay, in absentia. College of Accounting Sciences, R. Lapin, in absentia, T. Fenter, in absentia, L.X. Trim, in absentia, C. Prinsloo. M. Maxted, in absentia or virtual. I'm reminded to include that as well. And this is excellence, colleagues. Let's give them a round of applause. College of Education, AD Maybeck, in absentia or virtual. IA van Niekerk, in absentia or virtual. MG van Rensburg, in absentia or virtual. College of Economic and Management Sciences, EA Moodley, in absentia or virtual. EC Ntsime. A. Vermeulen, something, yeah. J.E. Nell, in absentia or virtual. College of Human Sciences, T. Moodley, Ms. C.H. Meshk, in absentia or virtual. M. Gregorowski, in absentia or virtual. Now the College of Law. K. Lombard, J.D. Tienison, J.C. Bach, in absentia or virtual. S. Grief, in absentia or virtual. M. Nekumbe. College of Science, Engineering and Technology, Mr. C. Chari.
Well done, recipients, for the job well done. I'm going to ask, no, you still stand here. You haven't, it's so good to tell her that, hey? You have no idea. Then I will ask the chair of council to come to stage. I think I like this. I think I like this. Now we are going to present the Senate Awards. We are going to present the Senate Award. The recipient of the Senate Graduate Excellence Award is Mr. Ngwenya, Mr. N. Tikok, Mr. M.F. Ngwenya. Okay, sorry, I missed something. Dr. Marumo also come to the fore. The award will be received from Dr. Marumo. There's the recipients of the Senate Graduate Excellence Awards from the College of Sciences, Engineering and Technology. These are the honors bachelor's degree. Ms. N. Tikok is receiving this in absentia or virtual. N.F. Sibia in absentia or virtual. R. Dulaba absentia or in virtual. T.W. Mahlaganya. And the second group is the postgraduate diploma, R.C. Chikata, also in absentia or virtual. Now we are calling out for the people who received the Senate Graduate Excellence Awards, Honors Bachelor's Degree, P. Maseko in absentia, postgraduate diploma, Ms. N. Gounden, absentia or virtual, N.J. Keswa, absentia or virtual, M.R. No, absentia or virtual. We are moving to the College of Economic and Management Science. The honors degree award is received by M. Macheke. Well done. K. Giddy is in absentia or virtual. T.N. Jill in absentia or virtual. The second candidates from the same college will be receiving the Senate Graduate Excellence Award in Postgraduate Diploma, S. Lilikant. A. Martha, in absentia or virtual. L. Gom Palanco, in absentia of virtual. A. M. Mentu, from the The following candidates from the College of Economic and Management Sciences will be receiving the Senate Graduate Excellence Awards Honors Degree. Mr. S. Kuluba, in absentia or virtual. Ms. K.J. Bokhatsu, in absentia or virtual. Now we are moving to the College of Human Sciences. The College of Human Sciences, the candidates who are receiving the Senate Award is Ms. E.H. Prinsloo for the honors degree. Oh, she's virtual? Okay, Ms. G.L. Muse. Ms. G.L. Muse is present. Almost, eh? English. Yeah. Ms. C. Westerman is receiving the Senate Excellence Award in absentia. L. Janse van Rensbeck is also receiving the award in absentia or virtual. H. M. Schmidt is also receiving the award in absentia or virtual. The following candidates, postgraduate diploma, are receiving the awards, the Senate Award in the Excellence Award in absentia is M.E. Peteke and N. Nkhahle. They are both receiving it in absentia or virtual. Now we are moving to the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. The following candidates are receiving the honors degree of Senate Graduate Excellence Awards: C.D. Brazier, in absentia or virtual. J.L. Heathcote, in absentia or virtual. S.B. Smith, in absentia or virtual. The following candidates are receiving the postgraduate diploma. The award, they are awarded the postgraduate diploma is T. Makola, in absentia or virtual. C. Reed, in absentia or virtual. M.K. Kokome is receiving the award from the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Well done. Now it's the College of Education that are receiving these awards. The following candidates from the College of Education are receiving the Senate Graduate Excellence Awards are S. Monelal is receiving the honors for honors degree. The awards is S. Monelal, in absentia or virtual. C. Gavenda, in absentia or virtual. P.S. Naidu, in absentia or virtual. And J.K. Simeonites are receiving this award for postgraduate diploma in absentia or virtual. L. Hall is receiving the Senate Graduate Excellence Award. Congratulations. Now we are moving to the Graduate School of Business Leadership. The following candidates are receiving the Senate Graduate Excellence Awards in Postgraduate Diploma. Is F.S. Mela is receiving it in absentia or virtual. B.G. Puso in absentia or virtual. A.Z. Muleya in absentia or virtual. None of them are here. All that is left for me is to say well done, and well done. Congratulations. No. Now we are on the last category for the Council Graduate Excellence Awards. I think Nick can, yeah. No. Pardon me? No, the chair is coming. The chair is standing, you are standing. The pictures need both of you. The following candidates will receive awards in the Council Graduate Excellence Awards category. We have Best Results in Research Master's Degree and the Best Courseware Master's Degree in each college. We will start with the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, where candidates are receiving these awards in Research Master's Degree. Anne Manyoba, P. Moyo, R. Chetty is receiving the award in absentia or virtual. M.L. Mtimunye is also receiving the award in absentia and virtual. We are moving to the next college, which is the College of Economic and Management Sciences, who are going to be receiving their awards on Research Master's Degree. T.C. Mazibugo is receiving the award in absentia or virtual. S.V. Baloi P. Jogi is receiving the award in absentia or virtual. N.R. Shwatika, also absentia and virtual. And L. Hombarume in absentia or virtual. The College of Human Sciences. The following candidates are receiving their Research Master's Degree Council Graduate Excellence Award. W.J. Kutse in absentia or virtual. S. Singata in absentia or virtual. S. Tswewu in absentia or virtual. M.N. Manono. Congratulations. Well done. That's celebration. D.W. Scott in absentia or virtual. G.H. El Zaman in absentia or virtual. L. Mabapa. Now is the College of Education. The following candidates are receiving the Council Graduate Excellence Awards in Research Master's Degree. A. Ndou. What did you come out? Oh. B.T. Sandleni in absentia or virtual. M.A. Selepe in absentia or virtual. The following candidates are receiving their Council Graduate Excellence Awards in Courseware Master's Degree. L.H. Skipper is receiving it in absentia or virtual. J.M. van der Merwe. The College of Science, Engineering and Technology, the following candidates are receiving the Council Graduate Excellence Awards in the Research Master's Degree. N.S. Mjuli. T. Nelushi. T. A. Kajau. B.M. Mukeru. M.M. Ojo is receiving it in absentia or virtual. B. Mabasa. The following candidates are receiving their Research and Master's Degree for their Council Graduate Excellence Awards in Research Master's Degree, and they are all receiving it in absentia. C. Chiotsi in absentia or virtual. Coursework Master's Degree. N. Slabet in absentia or virtual. S. Nyabatsa in absentia or virtual. The following candidates are receiving their Council Awards from the Graduate School of Business Leadership. Courseware Masters, SP Hanafe in absentia or virtual, L. Weiderman in absentia or virtual, C.A. Smith in absentia or virtual. Thank you very much. I think you are going to be, but yeah, if you want to, yeah, I'll call him again. Thank you so much, colleagues. Can we give our students who have performed so well, exceedingly well, to deserve the awards that they received today? Can we have a hand of applause? I would also like to thank Ntate Maboya, Professor LenkaBula, and Dr. Marumo for the presentation of the awards. But before you go, Prof. LenkaBula, please stay on the podium, and I'll call upon Ntate Maboya, the chair of council, to again stand here. There's a surprise unveiling. We like these things.
No, thank you so much, colleagues. You are a good audience here today. I'm reliably informed that this one is totally dependent. This one is totally dependent on me when I keep my nice smile. And I will do so because if I do so, then the Vice-Chancellor and the Chair of Council will be able to do what they need to. So I'm thinking and I'm hoping that I'm keeping my nice smile, give them a round of applause so that they can quickly do what they need before I lose my smile. Madam Vice-Chancellor, it's now my opportunity to give you this time to give us a surprise. Thank you.
Or for them to watch this, they have to go back to their seats. Sorry. Okay. No? I need my tool. You need your tool? Yes. Okay. I need my tool.
But to do so, I'm waiting for Mema Clary to use my tool. I want to thank you all for participating in a process. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I was not aware. I apologize. So, colleagues, you know that you have all been asked to participate in a process that helps us launch our celebrations for 150 years. I just want you to guess. Before I start, I'm going to ask you to guess which one did you think succeeded? If you voted, which logo do you think won? Surprise!
All right, let's keep those hands going, yeah? sam. Polai sita. Let me hear everybody sing. Come on now. Let's go. Ariego middle. Let's middle lands, sit and the sound. Middle lands, sit and the sound. Baba Makoa Vari, Arie, Comido Lands, Utauka Makoa Ari, Arie, Comido Lands, Middle Lands, sit on the sound, Middle Lands, sit on the sound.
Thank you. Thank you. We have now come to the end, almost to the end, but what we need is, please, if you can wait a little bit, we are now we're working towards closure. Wait a little bit, because now we must finish up. But before we can do so, I would like to call back to the podium the Vice-Chancellor and the Chair of Council and Mema Tlare, and I'm sure then we'll be able to do a very short presentation, I can assure you. And then you can pause a little bit after they have done that, and after official closure by Professor Ndlovu, then you can start. I know Unisans are very clear when they got message, they will wait a little bit. Please wait, even if you are at the stairs, wait a little bit until we finish off, and then we can do the necessary. No, thank you so much, Vice-Chancellor, as well as the Chair of Council. That was very good. Without any waste of time, let me call Professor S.K. Ndlovu to give us a vote of thanks, and then our artists can proceed with their item. Thank you so much. Prof. Ndlovu.
I thought it was morning, but now it's already afternoon. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I state up front that all protocols are observed, and this reminds me when the principal was hosting the Association of Distance Learning Institutions from Africa, the Vice-Chancellor of Nigeria indicated that Vice-Chancellor of Nigeria Open Distance Learning Institution indicated that we should be paying royalties to Nigeria for this statement of all protocols observed. So we haven't paid our royalties, but of course, we'll use that starting point. Let me start by thanking the program directors for a sterling job of guiding this morning activities. These are Prof. Kole and Professor Makwe. We are always honored, ladies and gentlemen, to have our chairperson of council participating in our activities as a university. And today, you spoke about the need to reflect and to take stock of our performance. You indicated that amid the COVID-19 challenges that continue to pose a threat to our successes, the UNISA remained committed in ensuring that we do succeed. You pointed out that UNISA has been under attack from all corners, and more importantly, the release of the MTT report that has led to the appointment of independent assessor. You and our council have remained steadfast in ensuring and providing much needed leadership during this time. We are proud of you as our chairperson, and also are proud of your commitment to UNISA. We also appreciate your trust and belief in our staff in ensuring that we take this university forward. Prof. LenkaBula, we thank you for reminding us that in the midst of all the attacks, UNISA has made positive strides in a number of areas, that is rankings, but also, to the extent possible, improved and inventive research approaches that are coming out of our colleges. You have reminded us that as employees of the university, we are here to deliver quality academic project. A quality academic project with strong support for our students. And for this to happen, it's incumbent upon us to be available to our students to provide the necessary support. We thank our vice principals, Prof. Mutata, for welcoming our staff, Prof. Moza, Matigane, and Dr. Marumo, the acting VP for the Portfolio Research and Innovation, for participating in today's awards. Dr. Mukhobu, Mr. Ramukumba, and also Prof. Meiwa, Ms. Nakene, and Motebele in absentia. To our executive deans who continue to provide the academic leadership to our colleges where our academic project takes shape. I also want to add here our executive directors who continue to provide the necessary support to our academic project. Let me not forget Osingaye today. These are the recipients of the College Graduate Excellence Awards and the Senate and Council Excellence Award. You have demonstrated resilience and commitment to your studies, and we thank you for showing us the way. And I think more will be looking forward to coming also here to receive the awards. And I'm very thankful to, I don't know, Miss, but your demonstration of the excitement is what all of us should be showing. This is UNISA. We provide quality graduates, and we see our students coming out of it. As UNISA, ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very, very blessed to be the centerpiece of our capital. And I repeat that, the centerpiece of our capital. And our continued partnership with the City of Tshwane Metropolitan Municipality, this is also demonstrated by the presence of Ms. Rena Marx today. We thank you for coming. We are also, and I repeat again, we are also a centerpiece of the diplomatic corps. And as such, we are very proud to have our diplomatic corps in attendance. They play an important role in ensuring continued support to our staff and students as they crisscross the world in an effort to provide new knowledge, but also to provide support to our students in far away places. For our entertainment today, we thank Prof. Devrup and his quintet. More importantly, Mr. Monde Msutwana. We thank you and also welcome to UNISA, and we hope to see you more. Not forgetting our choir today for rendering such wonderful talent. I also want to thank the VP Institutional Development for actually making sure that they adopt the choir. Prof. LenkaBula did it is important. And their new uniform, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. We should not forget to thank the staff in the Office of the Principal and Vice-Chancellor, together with the Department of Institutional Advancement, for all the work in putting together this wonderful program. I also include here our support staff from Facilities and Estates and also audio services. Lastly, may I thank all staff and students present here today, and those also watching online. Your presence makes this morning a wonderful event to remember. As we work towards the holidays, I would like to wish you a wonderful and exciting festive season with your families. I implore you to take extra precaution on your safety and those of your families so that we gather here again when we open the university in January 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
No, thank you so much, Professor Ndlovu. Fortunately, I'm not going to call the Chair of Council and the Vice-Chancellor. There I must be clear. I'm not going to call them. And we have come to the end. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the music. Our artists can take over. Thank you so much. We have been very good audience. Thank you.
All right, everyone, get up on your feet and dance with us.